let's see what happens now. Are we live? Let's see. We might be live, so people might already be watching. Hi. Yes, we are. Cool. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the fourth quarterfinals of the BLOODPITS PvP tournament. This one is a little unusual because it will not be PvP. Two players sadly had to drop out of the tournament, so I instead will be sending some nasty monsters against our two player characters for the day. They are, of course, Team GODSENT, who have been victorious in the first round and are trying to get into the semifinals. And there's a couple of nasty monsters standing in their way. This might be especially interesting for some of you who might or might not get to face this team. Well, assuming they live through the horde of monsters I'll be throwing their way soon. You might face them if you're playing in the BLOODPITS tournament in the semifinals or the finals. So let's get this started. You all know what's going on. This is the BLOODPITS tournament, a gladiatorial style arena combat with set in the Veritarian Empire, which is my version of the Roman Empire in a fantasy D&D like setting. And this round will be happening in the great city of Norias. Now, Norias was not a part of the Veritarian Empire until about 40 years ago. Norias was part of the Kingdom of Redenre, but when the Kingdom of Redenre fell due to a civil war, basically, fractured apart, the Veritarian Empire took their chances, invaded the westernmost province of Redenre, and took over. And now Norias, the capital city of this province, is one of the many second-rate citizen parts of the great Veritarian Empire, which they call themselves Empire because they have conquered a bunch of stuff, obviously. And yeah, we will be jumping straight in as usual. Our two gladiators are waiting in the behind the gates of the Colosseum. They can hear other fighters dying and screaming and fighting. They can hear trumpets in the distance. They can hear the roar of the crowds and just blades hitting each other, grunts and screams of pain as armor breaks and blades shatter. But this, of course, is all just an appetizer for the crowd to get them ready for the actual spectacle, the actual BLOODPITS quarterfinals that will be happening very soon. Indeed, the hum dies down soon enough, and our player characters find themselves stepping out through the gates of bone, the white gates decorated with the bones of many, many fallen fighters of the arena, as the iron grates doors swing open and they step out into the sands. They can see the crowd all around them in this smaller arena than the others, of course. Norias is not as rich a city as some of the greater the metropolises of the Veritarian Empire proper. But still, you can see, and they can see, the arena. There is a pit in there with some nasty spikes facing downwards. There seems to be like a tree trunk, like just chopped down and left lying in the arena. There's a bunch of rocks. There's a bunch of crates. As you can see, and there is also a very richly dressed man in green silk standing on a balcony who raises his arms and says, "Welcome! My name is Meritor Ulcinius Bellator, and on behalf of the Great Council, the Meritorium, I have the honor of presenting to you this last quarterfinals of the Great BLOODPITS tournament." The crowd cheers as he raises an arm. "Allow me! Allow me to present to you tonight's competitors, They will not be facing gladiators. Instead, they will be showing their prowess in a battle against a horde of monsters that have been captured in the sinister realm of Dul beyond our northern borders. But first, let me welcome in the arena tonight Phalor, the Halfelven Paladin of the Ancients, the Foe Smiter, the Goliath Killer, the Mage Slayer! And he points as Phalor steps out into the arena.
And Phalor, he steps out the sand, comforting his feet. It's where he's earned his keep thus far. He gives his mighty finishing club a few triumphant swings to show it to the crowd before he ultimately sheaths it back on his backpack.
Excellent.
Or on his back sheath and draws his long blade.
And accompanying him, the dwarven Warcleric, who proved himself to be the chosen of the war gods by destroying another Warcleric in the first round of the tournament. It is Varric Titanshield.
And Varric steps through, stocky, staunch, just, shield and warhammer in hand, and he kind of smacks his warhammer against his shield a couple of times, raises his hands, and, just kind of...
And of course, they together are Team Godsent! Crowd cheers, again eager for blood. You can see people throwing shit into the arena, like pieces of clothing, a couple flowers, even like a couple weapons like daggers and short swords and like brass knuckles and arrows and stuff. But now, let me introduce to you the hordes of monsters they will be facing. At first, the lesser creatures, which I'm sure will be dispatched by our heroes in no time. But nonetheless, do not underestimate them. They are dangerous, they are ruthless, they are vicious. Primitive beasts that have been captured as they dared raid our northern provinces. They are the orcs of the Blood Moon tribe. And you can see the gates, the gates of bone, open up wide, and a bunch of orcs come storming out, 4 of them, 2 wielding shields. One of them is spear, the other is like a scimitar, one of them with a bow in hand, and the last one wielding a massive great axe, swinging it around with their little piggy eyes and their tusked mouths open and close as they blink in the bright light of the hundreds and hundreds of torches of the arena, and the crowd just boos them as they come into the arena. The orcs are just looking around and then slowly start to spread out. The one with the bow hanging back a little bit. But, of course, these measly orcs are not the only enemies that our heroes will face tonight. From the legends of our ancestors, where these fell beasts have guarded the entrance to the underworld, this creature has been captured by mighty heroes deep within the realms of Dul, bound in iron and transported here to this very occasion where it will lose its life in the sands of the arena. Welcome now, with me, a vicious, terrifying beast, the Minotaur! And the door opens and you can see a massive beast, black-furred, wielding a great axe, as large as Varric, basically, with 2 massive blades. It just steps out. Its bloodshot eyes blinking open and closed as the orc's eyes did. And it just raises its massive bull-like head, staring into the crowd, and this time the crowd actually hushes. You can see fear on some of the faces as this creature is standing about 10 feet tall in the arena, nearly large enough that it can reach with one swing of its massive great axe the closest ranks of the crowd, basically. And it turns and roars in the now sudden silence. The Meritor raises an arm. "Fear not, noble citizens of Norias. Our heroes will protect us. And if they don't, we have our arena mages. So even if the heroes fall, you are perfectly safe. But now, let us see if the gods are with our heroes tonight, or whether the creatures of darkness will triumph. Let the games begin!" And we will be going ahead and rolling initiative. Let's see, guys. First roll of the night. Oof, that's a very good initiative from Varric. What's that total?
19.
19? Okay, so you didn't have any bonus. Excellent. And we have Phalorn with a total of what?
6 for Phalorn.
Okay, so you also do not have an initiative bonus. Cool. So we have Varric up first with a 19. We have the Orcs with a 18, actually. They're pretty quick as well. And then the Minotaur with an 11. And last but not least, we have Phalorn, who's, I guess, taking it slow. Alright! And with that, we will start this combat. Varric, go ahead and do what needs to be done.
Varric's going to whisper carefully into his hand, he's going to put his shield and just going to whisper into his hand, and you can see a ring on his hand, and it starts to light up and glow a little bit, and one on Phalorn's hand also starts to glow as he casts Warding Bond.
Excellent.
And it just...
And that is an action?
Yeah, that's an action.
Okay.
And then movement. Okay, I'm going to move...
Get some music going.
Oh, crap. Try and move this a little bit. This little rock down here at the bottom, on the left, the little brown patches.
This one?
Oh, yeah, that one.
Yeah, what about it?
Is that cover or anything, or?
Yeah, it would cover you basically up to basically the middle of your face. That's how high it is.
Okay, I'll move right down there.
You can duck down and disappear basically behind it, if you want.
Sure. Move right there.
Excellent.
Is it just half cover as is, or is
it would, if you duck down, which would cost you say 5 feet movement next turn or something like that, you would actually be gone out of sight completely.
Okay, so but as it is, it's not.
No, it would be like a ranged attacker would get disadvantage if it's attacking you.
Okay.
So would you like to duck or no?
No, I'm just gonna stand.
Okay, you're just staring over it.
I'm a dwarf. It's like I'm ducking anyway.
Yeah, and orcs are sort of like some of your mortal enemies, I guess, so you don't want to hide from them. Excellent. We have the orcs now. And the orcs will be a little hesitant, but still they are spreading out. Two of them are moving towards Phalorn. One of them's moving towards Varric, but not too far. And the archer is stepping up, taking position behind this trunk, which is about maybe, I don't know, 1.5 feet or so thick. So it's not super good cover or anything. And the archer will take a shot at Phalorn. This is 50 feet. Okay. The orc draws back the string and just, with an orcish curse, Vaga shoots at Phalorn. But yeah, that will be a miss. The arrow streaks past, actually hits one of the crates here. Just stuck in one of the crates. It wasn't a very good shot. The Minotaur will just once more roar and start moving forward. In the center, looking at both of you, like first at Varric and then Phalorn, and just swinging its massive axe through the air. And that was their turn, Phalorn.
Alright, Phalorn's going to begin by pointing his long blade at the orc with the great axe.
Okay.
And while moving, he's going to move forward, I guess, where he is. Over to the,
I can move
the
them forward.
boxes that are between me and Varric. I want to be in front of them.
Here.
Yeah.
Okay.
And is that like about almost 30 feet?
That was, let's see, that was 20 feet.
Alright, I'll go like a little bit closer just so I'm a little bit more in front of, here, let me see if I can, yeah, there we go, right
Okay.
there. And I'll take the dodge action while just singling out the great axe wielding orc, which
Cool.
I think is the guy right beside the Minotaur.
Cool, so
That'll
you're
be
just
my
like
turn.
hovering like behind your shield, covering down and just concentrating on defense. Excellent, and that will be the end of the first round of combat. Varric, you're up again.
Alrighty. And Varric is going to cast Spirit Guardians, exempting Phalorn from his own, and you can just see the holy symbol just begins to glow and pulse on his shield as it, these almost ghostly apparitions just come flying out of it and start to begin to circle around him and go round faster and faster.
Okay.
And he's going to step up to...
So you're casting Spirit Guardian on Phalorn or onto yourself?
No, I'm casting it. It's just a self-centered AOE.
Oh, okay.
But I can choose anybody I want to not be. So he's exempt from
Oh,
it.
okay,
They
right,
won't
right.
attack him.
Yes, so the spirits of your dwarven ancestors crowd close.
Yeah. So it's got a 15-foot range.
Okay, not
I'm gonna
bad.
move my guy right up here.
Okay, I believe you can do that. Yes, you can.
Yeah. So I'll move him up there, and that'll be my turn for now.
Okay, the Spirit Guardians don't do anything.
When you start your turn
Oh, right.
in them or move through them, you take 3d8 damage on a dexterity save.
Excellent.
3d8
Ooh,
damage.
very nice. Okay, and it is now the orc's turn. So both of the orcs, the one with the shield and the bowman, the bow orc, will have to take the dexterity saving throw.
So will the Minotaur.
The Minotaur as well. Yeah, that's probably true. Yeah, it will. Okay, so we'll be starting with the orc with the shield. That will be a 18. That's a success. So it's 15 damage. Yeah, we'll just do the same damage for everyone basically. So he takes 7. This orc.
Yeah.
I assume it's halved, right? If you save.
Yeah, it's half. It's
Okay.
for half.
The orc with the bow. Also an 18. They're very fast, these orcs. Still take 7 points.
Yeah.
And they're clearly hurt by this. I mean, they're orcs. They're not like super,
Yeah, no.
super deadly creatures.
Not-
They're like
not
both push backwards, but they
I
do
got a
dodge.
Spell save DC of 14.
Yeah. And the Minotaur has a... what's he say? Did it say Dex?
14, yeah, dex.
Yeah, that's a fail. The Minotaur will actually take the full 15 damage.
Nice.
And will roar, and you can see now it starts turning against Varric now, against you now. Oh, actually the Minotaur... Well, I guess the Minotaur's turn is coming right up next, so might as well roll it now, yeah. The orcs, the one orc that's hurt will lash out against Varric, obviously.
Okay.
With his scimitar. That will be a 19.
19, oh, that's a hit.
Yeah, he slashes into you. You were focusing on your magic, and this orc surprises you with his swiftness, and that will be 4 points. 4 points of slashing damage. Okay, and
Okay, I'm just gonna,
that was the first orc. The second orc will back away. The archer was backing away like hell. Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's right. You
concentration save.
you
Yep.
take half damage, right? Both of you.
Yeah. No,
So
I
it's-
don't take half damage. He does. He does.
Yeah, but you take half damage as well.
I take half of his damage.
What?
Warding Bond
Yeah.
makes it so that he has resistance to all damage.
Oh, it's not you on you as well.
I
Oh.
take the same amount of damage that he does.
Okay, I thought it
Gets
goes both
plus
ways.
1, so
Okay, so it doesn't
if you
go
hit him
both
for
ways.
10, he takes 5, I take 5.
Okay,
He
but
also
right.
has a +1 to all saves and all.
Yeah, but Phalorn doesn't take any damage at the moment.
No.
It's just you.
I was rolling some concentrations checks.
I believe you make it.
Yeah, 16.
Yeah.
It's an
The
advantage.
second orc will back away, move
Okay.
pretty much as far as he can, and then shoot at the same time while stumbling backwards, already pretty badly hurt. Also at Varric, obviously. That wouldn't be a miss, however. He's not a very gifted archer, clearly. He just... and just flies off somewhere way over behind you. Then we have the Great Axe Orc. He's looking at Varric, but he sees that something's going on, so he will instead run around the pit. And because being an orc, he can use his bonus action to move once more. So he moves 60 feet. And all of a sudden he's standing right next to Phalorn. He's just with a burst of speed. He runs around the pit and just comes in swinging with his great axe down against Phalorn.
And I took dodge.
Yeah, you did. That is true. You will get disadvantage. And yeah, due to the dodge, you jump to the side and block his great axe with your shield. He's just staring at you. That last orc is now trying to get in on the action and will also run up. And he will actually jump up onto one of these crates up here and stab down against Phalorn. Also with disadvantage. And nonetheless, he rolls a 19 and an 18, so that's a 23 with disadvantage.
Oh, wow.
And Phalorn takes 4 points, so 2 points. Don't bother. I'll be keeping track of the hit points for you, by the way, guys. So you don't need to do that. And Varric also takes 2 points, I believe.
Yeah, made the concentration.
And you did, yes.
14.
And that was the orc's turn. The Minotaur now will step up, just step over this little branch lying on the ground. And will just bring in, because he's so angry, he will attack recklessly. Just smashing down with just forgetting any thought of a defense, just abandoning all defense, just smashing down a reckless attack against Varric with his massive blade. And that will be a 21. So Varric, you bring your shield up, but he just smacks you in the shield, and you can feel the impact as your arm is nearly broken by the sheer force of this attack. And you realize, oh shit, this creature is strong. Way stronger than most things you have experienced so far, as you take 22 points of damage. As it basically nearly cleaves through your shield. Your arm cracks, but doesn't quite break.
Made my concentration again.
You did, actually, yeah, you did. You're still strong enough to maintain concentration. The pain is nothing. Pain is just an illusion. And that will be Phalorn's turn now.
Alright, Phalorn, having just gone into a defensive maneuver, he'll try to poke out from under his shield with his long blade and catch the gut of this orc wielding the great axe
Okay.
with his first attack.
This one, the one with the great axe, seems to be the largest of the orcs.
Excellent. And so 12, so that's probably
12 does he misses. He smashes it out of the way with his great axe.
The second swing will have to come in down as well, so he'll keep the blade moving and turn it into a slash high.
Okay. Now 25. That's most definitely a hit.
Excellent. So I'll definitely smite, but I'll just use the first level.
Excellent. As light bursts forth from your blade, and you cut into the orc's legs.
So there's the
Five,
the mace,
yeah,
sword
5
damage.
points. That's a longsword, right? You're attacking with.
Yep.
Yeah, so 5 points. Plus...
And pull the radiant damage, right?
Yeah.
From,
Yeah.
11. Oof! The orc is just barely standing. He's like, you nearly chop through one of his legs. You actually grate across the bone, and he's just like, ah! Falls down onto one knee as his leg gives up out from underneath. But he's still just barely alive somehow.
As Phalorn turns end, he just makes sure to go into a high guard so that the bloody blade can be seen by the crowd.
Excellent. You raise up your blade, the crowd cheers for the blood of the orc. And that was Phalorn's turn. Varric.
Varric is going to take the dodge action, start to like really take this Minotaur seriously back and forth, keeping his shield ready. And then he's just going to, under his breath, whisper a word of healing, trying to get his arm back working again. So it's
sure. That's it.
Quite as
just first level?
We're going to use a second level spell slot for that. So I think that's 2d4.
Yeah, 2d4 plus your wisdom modifier, because you're a cleric. Yeah, you whisper to your arm, to the bone, to heal it, to knit it back together.
So I'm going to get 8 hit points back.
Okay, not bad. You feel better. You're no longer bloodied.
Yeah. And that'll be my action for now. That'll be my turn for now.
Sorry, what level was the other 2 spells that you cast, by the way?
Second level and third level. So
Okay,
I've got 1 second level and 1 third level spell left. And
just
then
checking.
4 first level.
Okay. That was Varric's turn. Now the orcs, 1 orc is still within the range of... Actually, there might be even 2 orcs. No. The orc with the shield, however, is still within the range of the Spirit Guardians.
Yeah.
So you will have to take a check, and that is a 14. What is your DC?
14.
So he does make it.
For 19 damage.
Yeah,
so
but
half.
the dwarven ancestors, still these
For 9.
spiritual axes and hammers, just tear into him and rip him apart. Despite him trying to dodge backwards over that rock, and he just instantly dies on the spot. That was 1 orc down, and the crowd cheers for the first death. The orc archer will take a shot at Varric, as usual, moving a little bit up there to get further out of the way, just half hiding. So he takes a shot and runs off to the side, hiding behind that rock.
Okay.
The shot will be a miss. Goes wide.
Okay.
And that was the orc archer. The other 2 orcs, the heavily injured one, like nonetheless swings with fury and pain in his gaze towards Varric. You have not taken the dodge action, right?
Correct.
And that will be an 18. I believe that is not a hit against you.
Right, I got 20.
Yeah, so shield in the way. The orc with a spear actually tries to flank you, or will now be flanking you, as he moves around a little bit. Stab you in the back, or tries to stab you in the back with advantage. That will be an 18 and a 19. That is both misses, so you lift your shield backwards, cover your back with it, and he's not fast enough to pierce your defenses. He's like shouting something over to his ally. The Minotaur is looking down on this little dwarf in front of him. Will take another dexterity save. That will be a... this time he actually does make it. He will still, however, take 9 points of damage.
Okay.
And that will... he just continues this. He will push closer, stepping even closer to Varric, and just continue to smash down with his full force, recklessly attacking with his great axe.
Oh boy.
And he needs the reckless attack, otherwise, yeah, but he does hit with a 25.
I've taken the dodge action.
You have, actually, you're right. So the reckless attack
He
is
only
cancelled,
gets
so he does not hit you.
attack.
That was a 15 with the first attack.
Oh, nice.
So this time, yeah, the blade hits the sand. Okay, and that was the Minotaur's turn. Phalorn.
Phalorn will he'll try to throw out a felling strike real quick to the already injured orc in front of him. Whipping the blade out with agility, and it's not enough, so the second attack will have to come through, keeping the blade in motion. And that should hit.
Yeah, you don't even have to roll damage. It's an instant dead. You just cut through his face. He blocks the first attack.
And the remnants of his head down the pit as well.
Yeah, he blocks the first attack, but then you force his axe like down with the weight of your longsword, and he's weakened by the blood loss. And then as his axe is down, you instantly cleave back up and just straight through his face.
And I'll just whip around to the orc behind me, and that's my turn.
Yep. And he's like...
Second attack, don't you?
Yeah, he did 2 attacks. He missed the first one.
Oh, okay.
The first one was blocked by the orc. Okay, and we are up to Varric again with the 4th round of combat. Now it's starting.
Varric is going to use a bonus action to cast Spiritual Weapon.
Excellent. And that is a concentration, right?
No, it is not.
It is not a concentration. Okay. Ah, yeah, that's right. It just lasts like an hour or something.
Yeah, it lasts for a minute.
Oh, a minute. Okay. Well, yeah, an hour would have been a bit... Probably.
So, and when I cast it, I get to make a bonus. I get to make an attack
sorry,
with
the
it.
I'm just checking the warding bond. That's concentration, isn't it?
Nope.
It's not. Oh, cool.
That lasts
So
an hour.
so you can have 3
That's
spells.
Kind of what I know. I've got 3 spells out.
Wow, that's amazing. Warclerics,
Only
man.
One of them is concentration.
Okay, cool. So the warding, where do you want to have it appear, and what kind of weapon would you like to have?
It's going to be a warhammer, just like mine.
Yep.
And it's going to appear beside the Minotaur, and it's going to smash. I'm going to cast this as a 3rd level spell.
Okay.
So it's going to be 2d8 plus my wisdom mod.
Wow, a 3rd level spell. Okay, so just going all out, I guess, on the whole thing.
Yep.
Let's do. Okay. Where do you want to have it?
It's going to be, we'll just put it beside, like down below the Minotaur, to the south.
Okay. The hammer.
Yeah, just there.
It's floating in air.
Because it doesn't give me a bonus for
No.
flanking or anything,
No.
so it's just going to be there. I can move it around. If
Okay. And that was is that what kind of casting is that? That's like an action, but you can still attack, right? Something like
It's
something.
a bonus action.
Oh, it is a bonus action. Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So we'll make the attack.
With the hammer.
So
Yeah, you have advantage because the Minotaur attacked recklessly, so all attacks against him have
14.
advantage.
Okay. 19.
Yeah, 19 does hit. As the spiritual hammer smacks into the Minotaur's side.
For 8 damage.
Okay, well, that's a pretty strong hammer.
Yep.
But yeah, you cast it on 3rd level, I guess.
Yep. And then I'm gonna again just take the dodge action, and I'm just kind of back and forth, weaving and dodging. And,
Okay,
making
the
sure
man
this guy can't hit me.
He actually does like a quick grab at the hammer, but as his hand passes through, he's like, and then turns back to you. That was Varric's turn. The orcs.
Yep.
Well, there's only 2 orcs left. They are dwindling, as expected. Well, but they don't have much choice. It's not like they can run away. I mean, the orc with the shield and the spear just backs away a little and just continues stabbing at Phalorn, trying to keep him away, basically. Keep him at a distance. That will actually is a hit. That's a 21. And that will be 6 points of piercing damage. So 3 points to Phalorn, and 3 points to Varric. And concentration for Varric, please, to see if you uphold this. Whichever spell you're upholding at the moment.
13.
That is a success, yes.
Okay.
And that second, the Orc Archer will continue moving and take a shot at Phalorn this time, trying to help out his Orc buddy. And will miss. He's not very good, that Orc Archer. I mean, I guess he's an Orc. They're strong, but they're not particularly dexterous. The Minotaur, enraged, full-on bloodlust, just continues pummeling down against Varric with reckless attacks.
Let's do the he's starting his turn. Let's do the spiritual guardian.
Yep, that is true. That will be a success, actually. Once more.
I dodged. So for
Still
12
6
so
damage.
6 and a
Yeah.
half.
Yeah, he is now looking, I think, just about bloodied. Yeah, pretty much. Still has a ton of hit points. This is a tough creature. Anyway, so that's you did take the dodge action. It's just one straight attack. The one straight attack, however, is a 24.
Ooh.
So the Minotaur's blade smacks you right in the chest with the power of his pain and his rage behind it. And you will take... that will be 20 points of damage. And you look pretty badly injured now. As you stumble backwards, the Minotaur's axe cleaving into your armor, breaking through it. And the concentration spell... yeah, you Warcaster. That is, however, still a... Actually, how many
10.
Points did I just deal? Was it 20?
It's...
Then that is actually a success. Yes, it was 20, so that... A 10 is a success.
That's close.
However, Varric is looking pretty rough.
Yep.
That was the Minotaur's turn, Phalorn.
As Phalorn's just been splattered by his ally's blood, and he's like 15 feet away from
Yeah,
him.
pretty much.
He's not going to worry about this orc anymore. He's going to allow him to take the attack.
Yeah, of course. The orc's spear will lick out like the tongue of a snake and miss, however. You're way faster than him.
And yeah, I'll go right up to... I'll get right between Varric and his spiritual weapon.
Yep.
And I'll use my action to put all of my lay of hands, so I believe that's 25 at level 5.
25, yes.
Into him.
Excellent. And Varric is up to 34 hit points. He's looking way better.
Much
I'll
better.
square off with the Minotaurs.
Yeah, as the light just streams through your hand into Varric's shoulder and into his chest, fixing most of the damage that the Minotaur's done. The Minotaur just sees this and he's like... That was, I believe, Phalon's whole turn, right? Excellent. Varric, you're up.
Alright. Varric's going to give a nod to Phalorn. Thanks, brother. And he's going to attack with his spiritual weapon again.
Sure, with advantage.
Yeah. There we go.
Ooh, a natural 20. See if you can confirm. Roll one more d20. No, a natural 1. Not confirmed, however, still a hit.
Still a hit. Okay. And it is... There we go. Okay.
10
For
points.
10 damage.
Not bad, the Minotaur is definitely starting to feel it.
Yeah. Snack him around. Yell at him. You think you can take on the servant of a god? I was born for this war. And then I'm gonna take the dodge action again.
Shit talking and then dodge action, right? I like it. I like it. Okay.
See what you can do.
The orcs. Well, the archer will take a shot at Varric. He's just staying where he is at the moment. Actually, he will move a little bit behind the crates. Maybe eventually he will hit something. No, not today. The other one, the other orc, is... Well, I mean, he's hesitating, but he sees that his best chance is helping the Minotaur to kill you, obviously. So he runs up and will attack Varric from behind.
Alright. Can he do his spiritual, or he's moved into the spirit
Yes.
now, so can he make a save against 12 damage?
He does make a save with a 19, so he still takes 6 damage.
6 damage.
But he's still alive, and will now stab. And he is flanking you, so he has advantage on the attack, which means disadvantage. Cancels the distance, so it's just a straight up attack. And that is a 15 that misses. He hits you in the back, but your armor is too thick. His spear that cannot pierce it.
Yeah.
And the Minotaur now will turn towards Phalorn as he sees this healing magic surging into Varric, and he's just getting really pissed now at Phalorn and swings the blade recklessly, of course. Yeah, that's a 21. So he smacks into Phalorn, and you can now feel the same thing that Varric just felt. This sheer power of this beast, this overwhelming strength. Well, not quite as overwhelming as just before, but still, that will still be 14 points of damage.
So 7 for him, 7.
That's
from me.
true, yeah. That's still up.
Okay. And I made my concentration.
And you did, yes.
Can he take his wisdom or his dex save then?
That's true, yeah. I forgot about that. Sorry about that. I'll do that right in a moment.
12 damage.
And that will be a fail, so he takes the 12.
Nice.
And he's getting now... Yeah, he's not looking very, very healthy anymore. He's now bleeding from several wounds and like supernatural radiant damage that he took and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, 12, right? You said?
Yeah. His dwarven ghosts are just whirling around.
Yeah.
Slamming into his body over and over again, sucking the life out of him.
And that was the Minotaur's turn, Phalorn.
Alright, Phalorn will, seeing the effect of the battle taking to this Minotaur, he'll try to break its defenses, and will that be at advantage?
Yes, he took reckless attack, yeah, so you will have advantage
So
on
he's
all
going
attacks.
to hold his blade level and try and snake it through his ribs. And so
With
there's
advantage?
the advantage? So probably a miss.
Nonetheless a miss, yeah.
And not getting through there, he's going to swing low at the feet this time. Try and lop off a leg here. His second attack. See if I get a crit.
Yeah, that is a hit. 17 is a
Alright.
hit. The first...
And I'll use a third level spell, so once
Sure.
I get it like to the flesh, I'll just pump in my radiant energy. And,
Do you have a third level
try to
spell
do-
as level 5?
Oh, sorry, 2.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah, 2 level 2, sorry.
Okay. Let's see if the Minotaur dies or survives.
So, sorry, here's the, just the blade.
Yeah, the longsword. Yeah, the first cut cannot pierce the Minotaur's thick skin. Second one, however, does.
And,
That's 6 points. Plus...
and
yeah.
14 is, the gods answer my call.
Excellent. That's 20 points of damage. How do you want to kill this Minotaur?
Oh, maybe, yeah, it starts, energy starts arcing off the blade, but then it quickly envelops the whole beast as, steam and blood has boiled away from his body.
The silver fire of the ancients bursts forth from the blade into the beast, and then out of all the little wounds that the Minotaur already has, their silver flame just licks out, and out of his eyes and his mouth, and he just and falls backwards. And the silver flame, as he with a mighty strike, hits the ground, breaks the tree behind him as he falls onto it, and the silver flame goes out, as does the Minotaur's life.
As the radiant energy is leaving the blade, I go back into Phalorn's signature high guard stance, showing it off.
Crowd cheers the death of this beast. It has, well, terrified them just a few minutes ago. And the 2 orcs do not look happy at all as they see this. Varric.
Varric's going to move his hammer over to attack
Certainly.
the orc here. So we'll move that over a little bit. He's going to smack him.
You turn around towards the orc. The orc, as I said, he looks scared, really scared now that the Minotaur is dead. He had a little bit of hope left, but that hope's just gone.
25 to hit.
Yep, and 8 points of damage, and he's...
Oh no, wait, no, sorry, that was the wrong one.
Oh, that's right, that's right.
There we go. 12
Okay,
points down.
yeah, the hammer flies past him. He tries to block it with his shield, but the hammer goes through the shield, through his arm, and into his chest, and just breaks through his ribcage.
Smash.
And, yeah, the orc actually is flung backwards into the pit. Falls with a thud. And is dead.
And Varric's going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And he's just going to stalk over towards the towards the archer.
Yeah, the archer's like...
And he's just, you can just see this whirling cloud of ghosts and radiant energy just
Oh yeah,
swirling around.
he knows what's coming,
His
don't worry.
eyes flare up with magic, and he's just stalking over towards this guy.
The archer's like... trying to back away as he sees the spirits of the dwarven ancestors coming at him from all sides. That'll be a dexterity save with a 6, so that's a fail. And
No, hang on. Oops.
forgot the slash.
Okay. Hopefully this 3D8. Hopefully that works. There,
16,
damage.
yeah. The dwarfs, the spiritual, spectral forms of the dwarfs rip into his body, attack him from within, and he goes completely white, even though through his brownish dark skin, his eyes open up wide, and he falls just to your feet, face first into the sand. And with that, this was quick and brutal, and it is over, and the crowd cheers their victors, and the Meritor raises arms and screams out, "We give you the power of the gods! Team Godsent is victorious once more! Phalorn and Varric Titonshield, welcome to the semi-finals!" And with that, this round of the Blood Pits is over. Well done, guys. This was quicker than I would have expected, even though the Minotaur did his best. Yep. It is 2d12 plus 4 damage.
I would not want it to have just sat there and traded blows with that thing.
Yep, that 2d12 is a lot. Is a lot. Anyway, and with that, we are done with this stream. Hopefully, you guys have been watching and now have an idea of what this team can do. I'm afraid they can do a lot, as you just witnessed. They certainly didn't hold back and hide their abilities. So, yeah, we'll see what happens in the semifinals when not just stupid orcs and brutal but nonetheless stupid Minotaurs are their enemies, but an actual elite team. Alright, guys. See you around. See you in the semifinals.